Meg Storms in studio, and no Stanley Cup activity today, but another best-of-7 series to keep us all on our toes.
Yeah, it's for sure a busy time of year, and it definitely keeps the sports department busy. Tonight, we're treated to Game 6 of the NBA Finals, where the Dallas Mavericks had a chance to squash LeBron James and the Heat in Miami.
Eastern Conference champion, Miami Heat!
It's a big introduction for the Heat, but Dallas wouldn't let the energy in the building slow them down. Fourth quarter, Dallas now up by 12 with that layup from J.J. Barea. Now 2.5 left. It's Dirk Nowitzki from the outside. Dallas holding a 10-point lead. Now 9-point difference at the 30-second mark, where Dirk adds 2 more and the celebration begins. In an odd move, Nowitzki walks right off the court filled with emotion, and they continue without him, but he would return composed to celebrate as NBA champions. Game 4 of a 5-game set between the top 2 teams in the North Division. The Caps started the day 2.5 games behind the Fielders. We'll pick things up tied at 1 at the bottom of the 6th. Runners on the corner for Brett Metheny. He brings in Todd Linden. Caps take a 2-1 lead. But back come the Fielders in the 8th. Brad Payne, chopper to short, scores on the error, tied at 2. Next batter, Matt Reading to short. The Caps can't turn the double play. C.J. Ziegler scores easily, 3-2 Lake County. Bottom of the inning, Steve Brown finds the gap in left, and Lou Santanglia wheels around third. He scores to tie things up at 3. And here it is, bottom 9 we go. Enrique Cruz at the dish with a man on second off the Canadian Tire sign in left. Matt Rodelstad rounds third, winning run on the way, and he's got it. The Caps come back to beat the Fielders 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th. The Eskimos kick off their preseason Friday night in Regina, the first real opportunity for veteran quarterback Ricky Ray and the guys to fine-tune the new playbook.
You know, being a veteran guy playing in those different systems, I'm pretty comfortable with most of the reads. You know, they kind of carry over. It's just maybe a slight adjustment on how we're going to run the route, or Marcus might change the read just a little bit. So those are the things I'm getting used to.
Ray behind center, takes it himself. It's a touchdown.
Since his rookie year in 2002, 31-year-old Ray has worked with 5 different offensive coordinators, Marcus Crandall being the 6th, but Ray's confident he knows all he needs to know.
But I would say a majority of it, 70% of it, is stuff that I've seen before and ran before. So I know, it's not like I'm coming in, I have no clue what's going on. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with the stuff once I kind of got the terminology learned.
The chirping continues between 2 of hockey's top tenders. It all started following Game 5 when Vancouver's Roberto Luongo suggested that Maxime Lapierre's game winner would have been an easy save for him to make. It's obvious Tim Thomas has no intentions of making things right heading into Game 6 tomorrow night.
I didn't realize it was my job to pump his tires. I guess I'll have to apologize for that.
I'm 1 win away from winning the Stanley Cup, and that's all I really care about right now. All the other stuff is noise to me and doesn't really affect, what's going to take place for me tomorrow night. And to be honest with you, I don't really care.
Well said, considering Luongo and the Canucks have had a lot more to worry about, like getting the job done at TD Garden. The Bruins have owned the Nucks on home ice, outscoring them 12-1 in games 3 and 4.
It doesn't matter what the assumptions are out there. For us, we have a great chance to win the Stanley Cup and do it on their home ice. So we stay in the moment, we stay focused, and we need to steal one in this building.
We could care less, to be honest with you. Really, right now we're 1 win away from achieving our goal, and we're going to give all our best tomorrow night to get it.
We did not show up the way we like to and the way we should do in a playoff game. It doesn't matter if it's round 1 or the final. What we did in here in Game 3 or 4 were not acceptable, so we're definitely looking to redeem ourselves.
Game 6 from Beantown tomorrow night. The Edmonton Energy completed the 3-game sweep over the West Coast Hotshots, a 103-96 final this afternoon. Rashawn Broaddus led the way with 20 points. The Energy improved to 11-4 on the season. And let's talk major leagues and a major beatdown in Toronto this afternoon. The Jays home to the Boston Red Sox. Top of 1, Adrian Gonzalez at the dish. He hits the solo home run of Kyle Drabeck for his 13th of the year, 1-0 Red Sox. 3-0 in the fourth. This is the only bright spot for the Jays today. Jose Bautista with his major league leading 21st home run of the year. Top 5 one on for Dustin Pedroia. He takes Drabek over the wall and left, his 5th 2-run shot, 5-1 Red Sox. Then with 2 on, still in the 5th, Big Pappy smacks the 3-run homer to deep center, his 17th, 8-1 Boston. Drabek done after that. 9-1 in the home half of the 5th. John Lester getting it down on the mound. He strikes out Davis, swinging to end the inning. Lester, 8 innings, 8 Ks. Red Sox hammer the Jays 14-1. A wet day in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix with the drivers nearly blind. The race was stopped for over 2 hours. It came down to the final lap.
They've got 2.5 miles to settle it. Button has to get to Vettel and then try to get by him.
Oh, he's close.
Button is through.
I can't believe it.
Sebastian Vettel loses the back end of his Red Bull car. Jensen Button takes advantage and takes the checkered flag. Vettel, the 2010 champion, failed to win for only the 2nd time in 7 Formula One races this year. And final round of the St. Jude Classic from Memphis, coming down to Harrison Fraser and Robert Carlson. Tied on the 9th. Carlson's second shot turns out to be a beauty. Lands within inches of the cup. He would birdie to take a 1-stroke lead. Now jump to 18. Fraser now with a 1-stroke lead. His second shot wide of the green. And it bounces down the slope into the water. Fraser would make bogey. So Carlson then needs to drain the par putt to force a playoff. All the way in, so they're going to extra fun, 3rd playoff hole. Carlson needs this to extend the match. Quite a big miss there. He misses left, and Harrison Fraser goes on to win the St. Jude Classic.
For this moment of my life. One more time, guys. Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez.
It's not the singing he's known for, it's that hard right hook he just landed. That's some of what got the baddest man on the planet into the Boxing Hall of Fame today.
We talked a little bit about money and about I'm going to be, but we wanted to be great fighters. And that's... Hey guys, I can't even finish this stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson holds the record as the youngest boxer to win the WBC, WBA, and IBF World Heavyweight titles at 20 years old. And he's considered one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. And now he focuses his talents on the silver screen.
Really is someone who always keeps you on your toes. Literally.
Always in the news.
That sounds great. Thanks very much, Meg.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.